She kept her promise. She kept her promise. She kept her promise. She kept her promise. She kept her promise.
To keep. To keep. To keep. To keep. To keep. To keep. To keep.
I mostly wore casual clothes. 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 I got so many messages every day. I got so many messages every day. I got so many messages every day.
I got so many messages every day.
I got so many messages every day. He said a very important thing. He said a very important thing. He said a very important thing.
He said a very important thing.
He said a very important thing. He kept his money in several banks. He kept his money in several banks.
He kept his money in several banks.
He kept his money in several banks. He kept his money in several banks. I meant another thing. 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 The ticket cost $50 yesterday. 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 She flew to the United States. 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 I felt really happy. 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 They built a factory. 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 He bought a small apartment. 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 He bought a small apartment.
A patience. 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 A patience.
He lost patience. He lost patience. He lost patience. He lost patience. He lost patience. How much did the tickets cost? 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 He went to work by car. 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 She usually wore very informal clothes. 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 They built a real palace. They built a real palace.
They built a real palace. They built a real palace. They build a real palace. They build a real palace.
He wore too formal clothes. 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 Did you wear a school uniform? 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 He flew abroad last week. 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 They sold their old house. 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 She lost control. 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 I went to work by bus. 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 How much was this service? 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 The conference began 10 minutes ago. 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 He lost the keys. 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 How much did the computer cost? 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 I wore a school uniform. 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 He kept this secret. 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 I lost concentration suddenly. 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 What did her words mean? 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 They showed it on television. 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 How much were the tickets? 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 She lost her purse. 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 The tickets cost so much. 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 I could do these two things at the same time. I could do these two things at the same time. I could do these two things at the same time. I could do these two things at the same time. I could do these two things at the same time. The price was so high. 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 The lesson began. 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 I went to this country by plane. 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 We went to that city by train. 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 He lent him this sum of money. 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 I could listen to it doing other things. 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 The dress fit her very well. 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 She said the following thing. 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 I lay down. 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 He lent her a very big sum of money. He lent her a very big sum of money. He lent her a very big sum of money.
Lent. 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 He lent her a very big sum of money. He lent her a very big sum of money. He lent her a very big sum of money.
He rang me when I was in the bathroom. He rang me when I was in the bathroom. He rang me when I was in the bathroom.
He rang me when I was in the bathroom.
He rang me when I was in the bathroom. I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all. I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all. I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all. I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all. I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all.
I could learn English for hours without any breaks at all.
The shoes fit me perfectly. 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 He didn't come to the party. 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 I could do it for hours. 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 Who did they beat? 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 I felt so happy that I could do it. I felt so happy that I could do it. I felt so happy that I could do it. I felt so happy that I could do it. I felt so happy that I could do it.
She said an extremely important thing. She said an extremely important thing.
She said an extremely important thing. She said an extremely important thing. She said an extremely important thing. She said an extremely important thing. She said an extremely important thing.
I usually got over 50 calls daily. 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 The bell rang suddenly. 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 He said the following. 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 I chose the first answer. 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 He rang me back. 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 The jeans fit her really well. 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 I decided to choose the second answer. 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 The meeting began half an hour ago. The meeting began half an hour ago. The meeting began half an hour ago.
The meeting began half an hour ago. The meeting began half an hour ago. The meeting began half an hour ago. The meeting began half an hour ago.
He said that he was incredibly busy. 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 He said that he was incredibly busy.
Lost. 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 Lost.
He lost in the end. 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 The lecture began a minute ago. 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 I came home earlier than usual. 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 I usually got about 50 emails a day. 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 I usually got about 50 emails a day.
Be sure about something. Be sure about something. Be sure about something. Be sure about something. To 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 be sure about something.
They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it.
They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it. They were not sure about it.
He showed me how to do it. He showed me how to do it. He showed me how to do it. He showed me how to do it. He showed me how to do it.